Hey everybody, we're so glad that you're with us this morning. If you're coming into the room, feel free to keep your conversations going, but we're going to do a special song that's going to relate to Sue's message today. And we're going to welcome Rachel Harrison as our special music guest artist. Woo! 2, 3, 10.
Get your fill of what to eat and keep your hunger. May you never take one single breath for granted. God forbid love ever leave you empty-handed. I hope you still feel small when you stand beside the ocean. Whenever one door closes, I hope one more opens. Promise me that you'll give faith a fighting chance. And when you get the choice to sit it out or dance, I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you never fear those mountains in the distance. Never settle for the path of least resistance. Living might mean taking chances, but they're worth taking. Loving might mean a mistake, but it's worth making. Don't let some helping heart leave you bitter. When you come close to selling out, reconsider. Give the heavens above more than just a passing glance. And when you get the choice to sit it out or dance, I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you dance.
Wants to look back on the
I hope you dance. I hope you still feel small when you stand beside the ocean. Whenever one door closes, I hope one more opens. Promise me that you'll give faith a fighting chance. And when you get the choice to sit it out or dance, dance. I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you dance.
is willing constant.
I hope you dance
along.
I hope you dance.
Wants to look back on those years. Wonder
I hope you
where those years have
dance.
gone.
I hope you dance.
Yeah, Miss Rachel Harrison. And with that, we say good morning and welcome to Columbine Spiritual Center. We're centered in God. We celebrate a world of harmony, peace, and abundance for all. We're so glad to be with you today with the whole gang, and we invite you to stand up if you're with us and join us as we sing, Are You Ready? 2, 3, and... Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Ready for love?
Ready for love?
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Ready for love? joy?
Ready for joy? Are you ready for joy? 'Cause joy is ready for you.
Are you ready, ready, ready?
Ready, ready, ready.
Are you ready, ready, ready?
Ready, ready, ready.
Are you ready, ready, ready?
Ready, ready, ready.
Are you ready, ready, ready?
Ready, ready, ready. Are you ready for joy? 'Cause joy is ready for you.
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Ready for life?
Ready for life?
Ooh, are you ready?
Are you ready?
Ready for life?
Ready for life?
Yeah.
Are you ready for life? 'Cause life is ready for you.
Are you ready, ready, ready?
Ready, ready, ready.
Are you ready, ready, ready?
Ready, ready, ready.
Are you ready, ready, ready?
Ready, ready, ready.
Are you ready, ready, ready?
Ready, ready, ready. Are you ready for life? 'Cause life is ready for you. Are you ready for joy? 'Cause joy is ready for you. Are you ready for love? 'Cause love is ready for you. Oh yeah.
Woo! Yeah, you guys sound great and you look awesome. Feel free to be seated even without being prompted. See, you're so well trained. Let's say our mission statement together. We inspire personal transformation. And speaking of transformation, let's do Change My Life. Change my life to thy life. Change my life to thy life. Change my life to thy life. Change my life to love. Change my heart to thy heart. Change my heart to thy heart. Change my heart to thy heart. Change my life to love. Change my mind to thy mind. Change my mind to thy mind. Change my mind to thy mind. Change my life to love. Change my light to thy light. Change my light to thy light. Change my light to thy light. Change my life to love. Change my life to love. Change my life to love.
Beautiful. Thank you. Our candle is lit already as a reminder of that light that is within each one of us. So I invite us all to take a moment to pray. Gently close your eyes if you feel comfortable. Take a deep cleansing breath, knowing that we are in the flow of life always. That flow of life is available to us. Always invited to change our lives. The sweet spirit, in our moments of being awake, we know that life is always changing, but you, Spirit, are constant. that part of us that lives within. That divine essence is constant. And what needs to change is the patterns and the habits and the egos. So we allow ourselves moments of being awake enough to know that. Allow ourselves to change our lives, our hearts, our minds to the highest, the deepest, to thy will, not our will. And we get to have this dance of life. And so we hold that knowing for as long as we can hold that. That there is a part of us that is constant, that we can count on, that is love, that is life. We hold this for ourselves, we hold it for our friends and our family, we hold it for our community, we hold it for everyone on our planet, in our world. We hold it for everyone on our prayer list, every prayer request in our prayer box, that as we go through changes and challenges and disappointments, that we can turn within and know that this is part of us is constant, is unchanging, is divine. So we hold it for ourselves and we hold it for everyone else. And in this, we find joy. We find more life. We thank you, God. And so it is. Amen.
It's a great pleasure to officially introduce Reverend Rachel Harrison. You might have heard her speak 2 weeks ago. Today she's singing. Next week she's going to wash the dishes. So
That's what a dishwasher is for.
they say before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water.
Right.
You're a great example of after enlightenment, chopping wood and carrying water.
Thanks, Janice. This is a song called Love Each Other, and if you heard my talk a couple of weeks ago, it was about controlling people. And this song I wrote about a year ago after I really had the awareness that what if we just loved each other for just who we were? And so it's called Love Each Other. Lately I've been thinking, keeps me up at night. How many times I tell you how to do things right? It can be too easy. Think we know the better way. Did I stop and listen to what you had to say? What if we loved each other just for who we are? Didn't try to change each other, love you as you are. I find it hard to watch you when your life falls apart. Just wanna fix it, mend your broken heart. I know it's through the dark times that you will find your light. So much time wasted proving who was right. What if we loved each other just for who we are? Didn't try to change each other, love you as you are. Ooh, win the fight? What if we just let go of who's wrong or right? Healing comes when we see love in you and me, standing up as ourselves, happy and free. What if we loved each other just for who we are? Didn't try to change each other, love you as you are. What if we loved each other just for who we are? Didn't try to change each other. I love you as you are. I love you as you are. I love you as you are. I love you as you are.
Rachel Harrison. Woo! Kevin McQueen on guitar, Dan Steelman on bass, and Rich Harrison on drums.
Thanks, guys. That was wonderful. Great message in itself. So, the other day I went for a run, and usually when I'm running, nobody ever says hi. I always have to be the first one. Nobody ever says hi or hello or good morning or anything, and usually don't even say it back. But this morning, this particular morning, several people said hi first. And then I was almost done, and this little girl, she was probably about 7 or 8, she was with what looked like a babysitter, teenager. And she said, hi. And I go, hi. She goes, do you want to go fishing with me? And I said, I would love to, but I got to get home. But thank you anyway, and have a wonderful time. And I was just reminded by that how children are so open and so playful and so just, in their openness, how they allow change to happen in their lives. How we so often don't allow that dance. They just want to dance. So we're finishing up Elizabeth Lesser's book, Broken Open. It's the last week of this talk series, and this section of the book is on the river of change. And one chapter really touched my heart in this section, and it was on Hugo. If you've read it, you know that Hugo was a 10-year-old boy, a dancer, who was diagnosed with leukemia. And Elizabeth Lesser, the author, knows him, knows the family. And she had just found out that he was diagnosed with leukemia, and that night she was going out to dinner with her husband, and at that restaurant, Hugo and his family walks in. And she says to her friend that she's having dinner with, I don't know what to do. I don't know, what should I say? And the woman who had also lost a daughter at a young age said, just show up. Just show up. And so she went and she showed up, and she tried to start talking to Hugo about dance, and Hugo didn't really want to talk. And so she just kept her arm around him and realized that you just had to show up. You just have to be there for people, that children especially don't need a lot of talking to. They don't need a lot of, in this situation, Hugo didn't need that. He just needed to know that she was there, that there was a presence. And Elizabeth Lesser talks about how children's God is different. They have not yet learned about a God that so many of us learned as we were growing up, about a God of judgment or a God of anger, but a God of just pure love. And she shares this poem from a 14th century Persian poet, Hafiz. Every child has known God, not the God of names, not the God of don'ts, not the God who ever does anything weird, but the God who knows only 4 words and keeps repeating them, saying, "Come dance with me. Come dance." Now, Hugo was a dancer. And Hugo didn't know, at this stage in the story, doesn't know all the hardship he's going to face going forward. But he does end up healing. But I love this poem because that's God inviting us, come dance with me. There's many different kinds of dances. There's the smooth, fluid waltz. There's the jerky hip hop. There's the graceful ballet. There's the tap. Makes a lot of noise. It's noisy. We don't always know what dance Spirit is inviting us to do. Sometimes we don't even know the dance steps. We don't know what life is calling us to do. Some are more smooth than others. Hugo's was not a smooth dance at this stage of his life. I get a daily email by Reverend Scott Aubrey, and he said he was inspired to follow the spiritual mandate, dance like nobody's watching. And so he did, and he felt free, and he felt joyous, and he was moving around in his yard. Little did he know that it turns out his neighbor was watching and thought that he was being attacked by bees. But who cares? This dance that we have with challenges, this dance that we have with disappointments, this dance that we have with joy, it's always changing. Life is always changing. I love how Reverend Rachel, a couple weeks ago in her talk, so beautifully talked about this dance, about who's in the lead. We want to let Spirit lead the dance. We want to let that highest, deepest part of ourselves lead that dance, lead that part of life, no matter what that part of life is showing, how it's showing up, whether it's challenging or disappointing or hurtful or joyful. Let Spirit lead it. Follow that guidance. The first mention of dance in the Bible is way back in Exodus in the Hebrew Scriptures, the second book of the Bible, and it's Miriam. And they have just crossed the Red Sea. The sea had parted, Moses had parted the Red Sea, they've gotten through, and they're escaping from Egypt, and the sea goes back on all the Egyptians, and she's doing a dance in celebration. She's celebrating. And what that means, Miriam represents the soul. What it means is that she's celebrating the movement of God in their lives. That God, Spirit, divine mind, whatever you want to call it, is about movement. It's never just sitting still. It's always moving. And so she's moving in celebration of that. And that movement of God, that movement of Spirit, isn't always going to be easy. We know that. We've all been through some challenges in our lives. It's not easy. It doesn't mean the ride will be smooth. There's a Hindu goddess in Hindu mythology, and her name is Akrilanda. Akrilanda is a goddess that embraces change. Her name, Akrilanda, actually means never not broken. I love the double negative, never not broken, meaning she's always broken. And if you're always broken, you don't have to worry about breaking. And it's not that the heart is broken, it's that the ego is broken, the habits are broken, the patterns are broken. And through those broken pieces is where the light can shine through. She's pictured, her image is often, let's show the image, she's often riding a crocodile on a river. And a river obviously has bends and twists and ups and downs and waves. But the crocodile represents that reptilian part of our brain, that place where fear resides. And she's riding it. She's taking control of the fear. She's not saying there won't be fear. She's saying take control of it through all the changes and waves and ups and downs of life. Because what happens if we don't take control of that? If we don't ride the croc? Is the croc is not known for it's known for its powerful jaw, but that's not how it gets its victims. It gets its victims by grabbing them and spinning them around until they're so dizzy they don't know what's going on and they get consumed. Just like fear can do to us. We can be dizzy with it. So we want to take control of that. We want to ride that crocodile. It's a great image to hold on. Whenever you're feeling afraid or you're feeling like there's too many changes, ride that crocodile. It's like she's never not broken. It's like muscle fibers have to break down in order to get stronger. When we're broken down, we can rebuild ourselves. We get stronger. It's also like a diamond that is cut. It's whole in its beauty, but it's been cut. It's been broken so that you see the many facets, just like us, the many facets of us, of who we are. Never not broken. So ride that croc. Ride that croc. This week, something happened in my life, and I'm not going to go into the details, but it was hurtful and disappointing, and the next day I was trying to make peace with it. And just before my meditation, I said, how do I make peace with this? I don't know what to do with this thing that happened. How do I make peace? And very, very clearly I heard, just choose peace. Just choose peace. It sounds easy. It's not easy, but it's simple. That each of us has this ability within us, this power within us to just choose peace. Again and again and again and again. And the meaning that I gave to this situation, after choosing peace several times, was that life is always changing. We don't have control. We don't have control over anyone. We don't have control over anything, really, except what's going on inside us, in our consciousness, in our thoughts. We do have control over that. And so if I'm going to choose peace in a situation that I don't understand, I know I'm not seeing the whole big picture. There's more to this. Because I believe nothing and no one is against me, as we just studied Eye of the Storm several years ago. Nothing and no one is against me, and there's a blessing in everything. And there's a blessing in this. Just choose peace. And what I came to understand and how it all unfolded was more love than I could have imagined. More gratitude. And gratitude on my part for having uncovered that or discovered that or recognizing that. Because I chose peace instead of staying in the place of hurt. It's a beautiful reminder to me that we have this ability within us. It's Unity's third principle, that our thoughts determine our experience of life. So what are you thinking? What are you experiencing? You'll know what you're thinking. If you don't like what you're seeing, change your thoughts, change your consciousness, change our experience. This is life. Life is always changing, the river of change. Always. And love it. We were given life. It's a gift. So much, or Elizabeth Lesser says this in Broken Open, so much of what we do each day is a diversion from what our lives are really about. Have you ever noticed that? If our lives are really about love, loving and learning each other, getting to know each other, getting to know ourselves, loving each other, as Rachel sung about, it's loving each other. What diversions are we putting up to avoid that? What are we doing with our lives if we're not loving and learning? Robin Allen is a woman who is an executive in Vancouver in the financial industry. And she knew something was missing in her life. And she knew what it was. And she had a vision one day of herself as, she was 32 years old, but she had a vision of herself as an older woman who never realized her dream. And her dream was to dance. From the moment she took her first dance class when she was 16, she had a passion for dancing. But she knew through her dance classes that she didn't have the talent to make it professionally as a dancer. So she got into something else that she could do. She was very good in the financial industry. Her parents had taught her, if you can't do something excellent, don't do it. But what she did by not dancing was give up her passion. And so she had a couple of kids, she had a great family, a nice home, and she had a job that was demanding that she never left before 5 o'clock. And so one day, when she had this vision of herself as an older woman, not living her dreams, getting to the end of her life and having regrets, she decided she was going to leave at 5, she was going to get in a cab and go to a dance class. And she did. And her dream was to create a production, a dance production, where she was on stage in front of, didn't matter how many people, but to perform as a dancer. And so not long after she took that first dance class at 32, she met Androvi Mays, who was a dancer in LA, and he happened to be up in her area. So she called him up and said, I have this dream of doing this, of creating a dance production and starring in it. And they got to talking, and he supported her dream. And they started working together, and she wrote a dance production called Don't Break the Glass, which was a musical comedy about a woman in the various stages of life. And he was such a professional that he knew how to showcase her talent so that she was beautiful on stage. She said that they opened it, and it was so successful that they ended up doing many more shows. And she thought that because she was putting in so much time into this dance, that other areas of her life would suffer. But it turned out all other areas of her life got better. She was more productive. She was more engaged with her children. She got her kids involved in the production. She got her kids involved in selling tickets. That every part of her life got better because she had followed her passion. That passion, that desire, that drive in us that longs to come out is Spirit calling us. Express this. Express more. She went on to become the president and CEO of Insurance Corporation of British Columbia, becoming very successful, and she's also now a motivational speaker. She says that the greatest failure is to have never tried. So what in your life have you never tried? What is longing to come through you as you? Are you dancing between who you are and who you want to become? Are you just diverting your life? Great diversions. We are invited to dance with Spirit, to let Spirit lead through all parts of our lives, through the ups and downs and turns and twists, and ride that crocodile. Take charge of that. That's our power of power. We can take dominion of our thoughts. There's joy in that. There's celebration in that. Miriam's dance. God, Spirit is moving in our lives. We want that movement. Are you dancing with a challenge right now or a disappointment or something fun? But dance. I hope you'll dance. There's fun in that. Elizabeth Lesser says, the promise of being broken and the possibility of being opened are written into the contract of human life. It's a given. We're going to have disappointments and challenges. But brave pilgrims have gone before us. They tell us to venture forth with faith and vision. Just show up. Show up to your own life. Show up to whatever is showing up. That's what we're here for. To love, to learn, to live abundantly, joyfully. Answer that call when Spirit says, come dance with me. And like Akilanda, get on your croc and ride the river of change. I want to end this with a guided meditation using Elizabeth Lesser's words, because the end of this section in the book, The River of Change, is beautifully written. So I invite you to gently close your eyes, take a deep breath, and listen to Elizabeth Lesser's words. And then we'll sit in the silence afterwards. May you listen to the voice within that beat even when you are tired. When you feel yourself breaking down, may you break open instead. May every experience in life be a door that opens your heart, expands your understanding, and leads you to freedom. If you are weary, may you be aroused by passion and purpose. If you are blameful and bitter, may you be sweetened by hope and humor. If you are frightened, may you be emboldened by a big consciousness far wiser than you fear. If you are lonely, may you find love, may you find friendship. If you are lost, may you understand that we are all lost, and still we are guided by strange angels and sleeping giants, by our better and kinder natures. by the vibrant voice within the beat. May you follow that voice, for this is the way, the hero's journey, the life worth living, the reason we are here. Let's take that now into the silence.
I wanna believe that everything's gonna be alright, when all we do is talk and fuss and fight. Just when I think that I can't go on, I remember I'm not alone. And I pray down on my knees. I say, God, show me the way. And I pray down on my knees. I say, Lord, just one more day. Another day to let us see just who we are. Another day to mend these broken hearts. another day, I need another day, I need another day. I need another day, I need another day, I need another day. I need another day, I need another day, I need another day. Lord, show me the way. One more day to right all my wrongs. Another day to let you know that you belong. Lord, just one more day to make things all right. Another day to see through your sight. And I pray down on my knees and say, God, show me the way. And I pray down on my knees and said, Lord, just one more day. And I pray down on my knees and said, God, show me the way. And I pray down on my knees and said, Lord, just one more day. Down on my knees and said, Lord, just one more day. Down on my knees and said, Lord, just one more day.
Rachel Harrison. Woo. Oh, it's me.
That's right, you get to do the announcements today.
Yeah. So the first thing we want to tell you about is that we have lots of ways to give, and we want to send out a huge thank you to those of you who give and give and give above and beyond and really help to keep this ministry, this community, and these doors not just open, but thriving. And so this is our opportunity to take a love offering from you or to receive your love offerings. Got to get that right. And there's lots of different ways to give. You can go to our website, and that's www.columbineunity.org. You can give by text. Of course, we always accept checks and cash. And there's a donate button right there on the website.
Also in our new e-bulletin.
Oh, yay. Yes. See, I didn't know that. Right in your e-bulletin on your phone. So as a group now, we'd like to say our love offering blessing. Those of you at home, join us as well, please. God's love has always met and will always meet all my needs. I give freely. I receive abundantly, and I am grateful. And thank you to our love offering fairies. Yeah. And then we're just going to walk you through a little bit of news. As we said, we have a brand new website, lovingly created by Augustus Piazza, who's up running our live stream today. And there's so much that you can do on that site, including find out all sorts of programs and events that we've got going on here, but also to sign up to be part of our email list through Breeze. So we send out a weekly update on Thursdays, and then we send out an e-bulletin on Sunday mornings. And take a look around. There's lots going on, and we keep adding new stuff. It's very interactive. And then we want to let you know that our Feet Forward project is happening in July. It's on Tuesday, the 20th. This month, we will be making 100 breakfast burritos to feed our unhoused neighbors in Boulder County. We cook here, and then we bring the burritos down to the park across from Dushan B. Tea House near the band shell. If you've not signed up or you'd like to be involved, we can always use more support for that. We meet around 11:45 or noon, and then we have two crews, one that cooks and one that assembles. So please let me know personally or sign up on the website to come help on Tuesday. Thank you. Sue, tell us about the women's retreat.
Yeah, so a couple of months ago, I was taking a walk and thinking about, this is before we had really opened everything up, and I was trying to think, how could we get people reconnected? And I thought, a women's retreat. We usually do a women's retreat in August, and we didn't do it last year. We didn't have anything on the books, but this has been a longing of mine for a long time to lead the women's retreat. So I thought, what a great opportunity for me, since we don't know how things are going to unfold. This, a couple months ago, how things are going to unfold, and if people will sign up and all that. So I decided I was going to facilitate a women's retreat. And if you've been listening to my talks, you may have noticed that I'm kind of into the divine feminine and Mary Magdalene and the goddess, inner goddess in women, and men too, but this is for women. So we're having our women's retreat on August 6th and 7th. Friday night, Reverend Susan Gum will be flying in from Montana. She's going to be leading a forgiveness workshop, which really will help clear the way for us on Saturday to do the work, do that inner work, and in calling forth that inner goddess. So I hope you will join me that day, those 2 days. We're going to have lunch by Flower Child. We're going to have Janice and Marcy Baruch do the music, and it'll just be a great way for women to connect. Sign-up's available on the digital bulletin, on the email that you got on Thursday, or on our website. It's $75, and if that's a hardship, see me for a confidential scholarship. But we would love to have as many women who want to participate and connect with other women and bring that goddess out. She wants to come out and play, so let's let her out and play. And next up, we have Colorado Feeding Kids, Dave Abbott.
Hi.
Dave, back
I'd
here.
like to-
Back here.
We're in a production studio as well as a live audience.
Hi. Can you hear me now?
Okay, let's change places.
The,
Sorry, Augustus.
I'm here to remind you that if you haven't already, it's time to sign up for Colorado Feeding Kids. And I'm sorry to say that the need is great. There are kids in Boulder County, kids in Colorado that are going hungry. Current estimates are 1 in 5. The 3 food banks that we're going to be providing food for, Boulder County, Denver, and Pueblo, all are in dire straits. They're approaching empty shelves. So that's the problem. What are we going to be doing on that Saturday, a week from Saturday? We're going to be making food packets, something like this. And this easy-to-cook meal serves 6. It has 60 grams of protein and vitamin supplements. And amazingly, because Colorado Feeding Kids has no paid staff, it's an all-volunteer organization, they can do this for about 25 cents a packet, which means that if you donate $100, that would be 400 meals of 6 servings each. Or you could take that $100 and go to Boulder, a restaurant, and get 1 meal for 1 or 2 servings.
Without wine.
So what will, if you volunteer, what will that Saturday look like? As you can see in the picture, there'll be tables set up in Foss Hall. All of them are little assembly lines. And you and 5 other friends or friends-to-be will be chatting and packing meals for 2.5 hours. And the last time we did this, there were about 50 of us, and we packed about 20,000 meals. Our goal this time is 100 people and 50,000 meals. So we need you to register. You can do the usual ways that she just mentioned, or Rachel and I will be in the back to help anyone that wants to register. But we need to have a body count so we know how many meals to provide and set up and everything. And the last thing I would say is invite your friends. This is not a Columbine exclusive event. I invited 3 guys that I do sports with that have nothing to do with the church. I sent them an email, told them about it, and all 3 of them replied, heck yes, we want to be there. And the nice thing is I know that when they leave, they're going to feel good about how they spent their morning.
Yeah.
Yep. Thanks, Dave. Also, to help you connect after the event, we're going to have a potluck for lunch. So if you want to participate in that, bring a dish to pass, and we'll have a nice connection time after we feed other people. We'll feed ourselves and just have a great time here at Columbine. So Next up is Family Village. We are so excited about this. This is a dream of one of our members, Melanie Piazza, who's sitting in the back there. You want to wave your hand, Melanie? When she took Prosperity Plus a few years ago, this was her dream and her passion, and she created this beautiful family village in Longmont. And we are blessed now that she has opened up this family village here at Columbine. So our building is going to be used Monday through Friday, 9 to 1, for families, for children. And we are so excited to have them here. They're starting tomorrow. If you have kids or grandkids and you want to be part of this, talk to one of them. You can go downstairs. It has transformed our downstairs. But don't worry, she's worked with Jeannie, and it's still going to be good for Sunday schools when we start that program up in August. But we are super excited to have Family Village here. Go downstairs and check out the space, and if you have any questions, Nikki and Emily and Melanie will all be down there. They are the owners of the business, and they will be down there to answer any questions you have. And just can't wait to start seeing kids coming through the building again. So thank you guys for doing that. And hey, if you need any help registering, we understand some of you really love paper. We are not going back to paper signups. If you would like to sign up for any of the things we talked about and you don't understand how to do that, Rachel is here. I will have my iPad in Foss Hall too. Carol Nelson will be there. See Dave. Dave's going to help too. So you want to sign up for anything and you need help, see one of us and we will help you sign up. We want you to be engaged and involved and connected. So we're here to help. And we have prayer chaplains for after the service. Who's our prayer chaplain today? Vicki Hopkins will be in a chair somewhere in the sanctuary to pray with you. If you are struggling with a certain dance step, she will help pray with you on finding those steps to dancing with Spirit. So I think that's it. Are we done?
That's it. We are.
We are
Let's
done.
all rise, please.
Let's sing
our
our
peace song together.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. The light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Amen. Thanks, everybody.
Love you.